Hey everyone, Emma here, also known as eightvinyllow, bringing all of you another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, slightly different, but very on brand for me and this channel in a way. But since it is Christmas, I wanted to do some sort of video vinyl community related thing. But I didn't want to just sit here and rattle off my favorite Christmas albums. You've seen those videos a million times. I love watching them. I feel like I did like a top 5 Christmas albums maybe a couple of years ago or a handful of years ago now. They're fun to put together, but I wanted to do something different. Before we get into that, today's video is brought to you unofficially by one of my favorite breweries right now, and that is Phase 3 Brewing Company. Great brewery out of Illinois. It's cold-ish right now. It's winter, it's stout season, and so I got their P3 Stout with me, which just feels totally correct, right, for this like Christmas vinyl night. So cheers to that. It's good stuff. So back to this video. Instead of showing off my favorite Christmas records, I started thinking, what if my vinyl collection hosted Christmas? Like, if my records were actual people showing up for Christmas dinner, what would that look like? What would that look like? So, I was looking around. That's a lot of people, first off. But I was looking around trying to put this together. This is just meant to be fun, lighthearted. It's a vinyl community coded. So, anyway, grab a drink, get comfy. I pulled 6 records actually. Here's my story. Here's my vinyl community, vinyl collection Christmas dinner. So what's the record that brings the best gift? There's always that person, right? Every Christmas gathering has that one person who absolutely nails the gift. They just know everybody. They know what they would want. They just get it, right? There's no stress for them. It's like their favorite time of year. There's no guesswork. It couldn't be me. But in my collection, that record is Pet Sounds by the Beach Boys, right? It doesn't matter how many times I've heard it. It doesn't get old. It doesn't feel forced. And somehow it just hits exactly when I need it to. There is something about those harmonies, those arrangements. It's comforting. It's warm. And kind of just carries the whole day, just like that gift giver, right? It is the album that reminds me why I love collecting records in the first place. This one hits every single time. It doesn't matter, right? It's dependable, just like that gift giver. It's comforting and it's timeless. They just get it. So Pet Sounds, Beach Boys will always get an invite to the Christmas dinner table. Number 2, you knew this was coming. This is the Slightly Drunk Uncle record. You knew this one was coming. Come on, it has to, right? This is the record that shows up. It's a little louder than necessary, doesn't really make sense. It maybe shouldn't be played during dinner, but somehow, some way, somebody puts it on the turntable anyway. It's one of those. I don't know, it throws people off, but in my collection, that is Look at Them Beans by Johnny Cash, right? Every time it plays, you can't help but belt out the title track. Look at them beans, look at that corn. Just saying. Listen, it probably makes at least, right, like the drunk uncle, at least one person in the room uncomfortable, but Christmas wouldn't be the same without it. My record collection wouldn't be the same without Uncle Johnny in the Beans. Do I need it there? No. Am I secretly, though, glad that this showed up in my collection? Absolutely. Look at them beans, look at that corn. It's there. Okay, next one. We all know this person. This is the quiet, introspective one. We're going to do like 2 people for this one. We'll call them cousins for the sake of this video. Okay, so this is the record that doesn't say much, literally, right? This is like they show up early, they help clean up, and then they just disappear into the background. But when they finally come out to play, when this record gets played, it completely just changes the mood and vibe of the room. And for me, that is Bert and John. This was a record that was recorded by Bert Jansch and John Renbourn. So you have very delicate guitar work on here. You have intricate interplay between the two of them. It's the kind of music and record that just makes you want to slow down and actually listen to it. So this is like the late night, have a drink, chat. It's a Christmas spin, the lights are low, everyone's gone home now, it's just me, the turntable. You have that feeling of calm, reflection that hits at the end of the year. It's not flashy, it's not loud, they're not trying to show off at Christmas dinner. They're quiet, and then they like Irish goodbye it, and you don't even know they're like out. You don't even know if they're real. I don't know. Anyway, great album. Okay, next one. We all know this one too. Outside of Drunk Uncle. Now, Drunk Uncle, he's just weird. This is the one that always starts an argument, right? Every family has that topic. Every collection has that record. This is the album that the second it comes out of the sleeve, someone says like, really? That one? And then they just want to like fight. They just want to talk about things that don't even have to do with music or Christmas, and they just want to fight. For me, that's Cut the Crap by The Clash. So this is like half of the room can like bear it, the other half just absolutely hates it. And again, somehow it turns into this like 20-minute debate that really goes nowhere, and then eventually it just has nothing to do with The Clash or music. You're just like talking about like Jack Frost or something. I don't know. So, but it's like the record that, you know, I'll still play it because I kind of like the chaos. You know, if I had music from The Elder by Kiss, I'd show that, but I'll never own that record. No. Maybe that'll start an argument. All right, next one. This is the record that feels like Christmas, but it isn't. Like the family member that you only see during Christmas time, this is their jam, this is their thing. They do the game, they do the bingo. This one technically isn't a Christmas album. There's no sleigh bells. There's no Little Saint Nick or Santa references. There's like nothing Christmas about it on paper, but somehow yet they show up, right? They show up to dinner. I'm getting so into this right now. But for me, that record that feels like Christmas but isn't is Days of Future Past by the Moody Blues. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the time of year I discovered this. Maybe it's the orchestra, the sweeping sound. Maybe it's the dreamy melodies in here. Maybe it's just that type of record you want to listen to with the lights, you know, down a little bit and the house quiet. And it just, for me, it just gives off the winter Christmas vibe. This record reminds me of Christmas. It doesn't have to sound exactly like Christmas or reference Christmas, but to me it feels like Christmas. That's the family member that comes in, just owns Christmas, and you never see them again. Days of Future Past by the Moody Blues. And last but not least, we have to throw this in, and that's the newcomer, right? This is the record, this is the family member that just showed up this year. It's a new addition to the collection, to the family, that's still trying to sort of find its place a little bit. And for me, great album release of the year. That is RTZ by Robin Taylor Xander. It's sticking around. You can tell, right? It's new. It's good, but you're still trying to gauge it. There's something really fun about that, knowing that like next year or even 5 years from now, this might be the one that like defines the season, that brings the family together with Uncle Johnny and the beans and the corn. It's fresh, it's unexpected, it's still settling in, just like that new family member at the holiday table. This is a great album from this year. I've really warmed up to it over the last couple of months, and it's definitely a top album for me. So stay tuned for that video eventually once it's up. So anyway, that wraps that up. Okay, so here's where I want to hear from you. Let me know down in the comments below. There's 3 questions I want to know. Number 1, what is a record in your collection that would absolutely, without a doubt, ruin Christmas dinner? I want to know. Number 2, what album feels like Christmas to you, even though it's not like a standard Christmas album? Also want to know that. Very curious about that. I could have picked many. And number 3, which record always ends up on the turntable, whether anyone asks for it or not? Because if it's Trout Mask Replica or music from The Elder, I'm out. Anyway, this community is genuinely one of my favorite parts of collecting vinyl and talking about music. And I do want to hear from you guys because I love hearing about how people experience music, especially around this time of year. What's like the comfort albums that you turn to during the holiday season? So that's going to wrap up this little 8vinyllow Christmas special. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's watched, commented, chatted with me. Maybe you just quietly supported this channel throughout the year. I appreciate all of you so, so much. So whether you are spending holidays with family, friends, or maybe it's just you and your turntable and some music, I hope that you get some time to slow down and spend something that means a lot to you. I know I'm on break right now, away from teaching, and I'm just really enjoying this downtime. So anyway, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I will see you all very soon. I'm hoping to get another video up before the end of the year. But with that, everybody, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.